Hello, you lovely, lovely people. Good morning, or good late morning, should I say. You know, having a YouTube channel, and the more content that we do create, you kind of realise that people like bad news, drama, negativity, and it's kind of sad, really, that to generate clicks, it it's all to do with titles, and it's like a negativity bias. It's like if I was to do, or any content creator, or even in social media, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, all of those apps, if someone was to put a video of happiness and a video alongside of tragedy, the tragedy would get more clicks. And it's kind of not sad, because it's, people would rather hear stories of tragedy than happiness. For an example, let's just say the mayor of a certain place was getting married. It's going to be a big event, or the mayor had his head blown off. I'm just saying this, okay? The channel that was doing the tragedy one would get a heck of a lot more clicks or views than the happy one. And it makes you think, doesn't it, by being a content creator, and this is why I'm doing this, because I've been thinking about it. It's like, is it worth doing it if people are only going to click on the bad things and not on the good things? But unfortunately, that's the way of the world. It's like a self-preservation thing when people click on tragedy instead of happiness. It's like when they used to do newspapers, I don't know if they still do. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But when you saw the front page of something, of a newspaper, the one that would sell the most newspapers would be the newspaper with the most dramatic headline, right? They would sell newspapers. If the newspapers was only doing good news all the time and happy thoughts, then that media company, newspaper company, would go bankrupt, because someone would see the headline, oh, Stephen's just had triplets. No one would want to buy that. And it's a terrible thing, really, that, me included, when we do a headline of our content or anything, we do try and put something on there that is going to bring in attention. Because it's all to do with attention, isn't it? And every YouTuber wants clicks. Every YouTuber wants views. Regardless of who you are, if you're a big-time YouTuber, if you're just beginning, if you're a small-time YouTuber, we all try and generate views. And it's money-based, isn't it? Let's be honest about it. Most content creators is money orientated. So the more dramatic the content is, the more views you're going to get. That goes without saying. The more dramatic the headline, it's going to attract views, because people think, oh, I wonder what that is. It's like, I see it, and I've put it on I think one of my videos, the shocking news about this or something. So, to be honest, people, there's nothing really shocking about living in the Philippines. There's nothing really brutal about living in the Philippines. As long as we keep our noses clean, and like I said, we are a law-abiding citizens and we stay within the law, there is nothing brutal. There is nothing shocking. Like, let's just say, for an example, I did a video, or someone did a video, and I said, the shocking truth, or the brutal honesty about something. Now, that first word, shocking, brutal, is going to attract more views, isn't it? So if someone put on there the shocking truth, and they left off the shocking and put the truth, or the brutal tragedy, if people just left off that brutal and just put tragedy and then obviously continued with their headline, they're going to get less views. So there is nothing shocking, in my opinion, there is nothing really shocking about living in the Philippines, or living anywhere really, I think, I don't know. And there's nothing brutal about it. But content creators continue to put these things on. And with you can't blame them, I suppose, because like I said, everyone's trying to create views, everyone's trying to create clicks, because YouTube is a very competitive place to be, because there are more and more creators, there is more choice. Now, if a video is educational, okay, and it could be quite alarming, not shocking maybe, but it might be alarming. I think educational videos is very important, as long as things aren't exaggerated out of context, because people do that as well. They exaggerate a reality. And again, you can't really blame content creators for doing that, because like I said, everyone is trying to create views and create clicks to generate an income. But the reality of things is, to be a content creator, you have to be like a kind of newspaper way of thinking. The headline is very important. Sometimes as well, the thumbnail is very important. I don't do thumbnails. I don't edit my videos. My videos come out as I've done it. I don't join them together and things like that, because I just want like a natural looking vibe. Yes, my videos, my content isn't as nicely done as many other content creators, but again, I like to just keep it as it is. And some of the educational videos that I put on, I get a lot of comments saying, oh, I'm never coming to the Philippines, not if it's like that. Well, you got to think these cases are far few and in between. It's not all, it's just a minuscule amount of people that have suffered these consequences of the laws in this country. But the statistics would be a very, very small amount. Like my friend, I'd never heard of anyone else getting done for what he's been done. But it can happen. And, in this country, crime is same as any other, I suppose. I don't think there's anything shocking about it. I don't think there's anything brutal about living here. The longer you live here, the more you see, the more you kind of opens up your eyes, but I wouldn't say it's shocking. Might say it's different. Let's just say it's different to what we are used to. And, with different people who's in the hierarchy positions in government here, it's just how it works here. It's just how it works. It's nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with foreigners being here. We can't expect to come here and think, well, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. It's wrong in our country, but it's right here. And it's a shame that people, me included, I'm not being judgmental of people, because I'm the same. When I see a headline, I will watch it, I will read it. When I used to buy newspapers years ago, if it was a shocking or a brutal, excuse the pun, headline, then I would buy that newspaper, because good news doesn't sell. It's very simple. Good news doesn't sell. And it's very unfortunate that people are like that, me included. People like to hear bad news. People like to hear drama. And I think if every content creator didn't do anything that wasn't a little bit dramatic, then their channel would never aspire to be anything more than what it is or what it was. Now, I know some content creators are happy doing what they do. Like, there's a couple of content creators that I watch, and some I've stopped watching them because it just doesn't feed my appetite. Because I don't like to hear bad news all the time. I like to hear some good news. Like before, when I used to do videos of me and my family, and we'd be walking through the forest and going to the river down the bottom, or just walking around. The clicks that I got was good, but then I did some where there was a shooting here and blah, blah, blah. And my goodness, they just get clicks straight away. But the way that I see things is, I shouldn't need, or I don't want to, keep putting negative things on here. I don't want to keep putting these negative things on. But I would say my content is more educational. Like families, when you marry into a Filipino family, it's true that the families look at that foreigner, and this is not all, I'm not stereotyping, but some expect or rub their hands together thinking, oh God, this is our pension. We've got a foreigner that's gone with our daughter. That's educational to people who don't know how the Philippines work. Because some people don't. I didn't. When I was in England, I didn't know how the Philippines worked. I didn't know that, when I came and got with a woman that's my woman's family will be expecting. I just thought that they were very nice people. I thought, God, they're very friendly, and they putting their arm around me and having a good time. Is maybe because they were thinking of things in the future, what they can have. And I think it's kind of important to highlight some things, because not everybody knows how it works here. We do, because we live here. We've experienced it. But unfortunately, many people don't. So I think making educational videos of what to watch out for, the pitfalls, because we can't sugarcoat everything. We can't. There are many videos that sugarcoat things and leave out the things that people should be aware of when coming here and getting involved with things. So my content, yes, I will cover content that's educational. I will carry on doing that. And also, I'd like to... That's your chicken. I've got to be careful because of this the amended law of privacy. I don't like to put anyone in the video if I can help it. So, yes, this is why I want to do more videos on fishing, because that's my life. That's my life, and that's what I want to do. Unfortunately, because of the typhoons lately, because of this and because of that, I can't get out and do it. Believe me, people, I really want to get out there and do it. I've even bought, it's like a GoPro strap, and it goes around here, and there's a thing here, and you clip it on, and your phone can sit here, so you've got a bird's eye view of me fishing. That will have to be edited, and I don't know how. Well, I do know how to edit, but it's time consuming. But if I'm doing fishing videos, then I need to edit, because I can't just have lots on there of not doing anything, watching a fishing rod. God will, like you'll all fall asleep. So you want some action in there, if indeed I get action on fishing. So I'm going, I will continue doing educational videos. But as far as doing tragedy videos, if I think that it's worth doing that, I will do it. If I don't, then I won't. I don't want to be a channel that is always doing, drama all the time. I didn't come to the Philippines for drama. Many of you don't come to the Philippines for drama, but unfortunately, Drama comes along as part and parcel of it. And I mean, I don't scour the internet for stories. Many content creators do. They scour the internet for stories. And quite right too. Being a content creator, we have to be. You can't just put on there, oh, I'm walking my dog today. Come with me, I'm walking my dog. Who's going to click? You will get some, but not many. And of course, when you're doing content, it's not easy, people. It's not easy. Being a YouTuber, a content creator, isn't easy. I don't care what people say. It's not. And when we think we've done a good video and we upload it onto YouTube and it doesn't get many clicks, you can get despondent. You can. And that's why many content creators look for that shocking, that brutal, the brutal realities of living in the Philippines. 10 shocking 10 shocking things of what not to do in the Philippines. I think I put shocking on one of my videos, I will be honest, a while back. And I think I took it off because I thought, I don't know, I'm starting to use headlines that other people are using because they get in clicks. The way that I see it, people, is YouTube is never going to be a salary for me. Never. Of course, many of us would like it to be, but it's never going to be that. So I think, what is the best thing to do? I think the best thing to do is to give what people want, but not in that context of always bloody bad news. Always bad news, because people have this negativity bias, and it's like a survival instinct where they watch, I better watch this so I can avoid it myself. Educational videos are very important, I think. And there are many things to learn in the Philippines, like, dating and, getting involved with this, getting involved with that. Be careful of what you're doing, be careful of what you're saying. And then you think to yourself, well, why am I in the Philippines? I'm like walking on eggshells all the time. Why do I need to be there? Well, fortunately, these cases that come to light, and some of the videos that I've done, highlighted, that have happened, it's in the minority, people. It's in a minority. So don't let my videos or the people's videos stop you from coming to the Philippines. It shouldn't do that. It's not, for me, it's not intended to stop you coming here. It's intended to maybe give you a little bit of insight of what can, not what will, but what can, what could happen. And it's only what can and what could in the very, 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 very smallest context. The Philippines is a wonderful place, in my opinion. Of course, like I've said before, one man's meat is another man's poison. This is my meat, it's not my poison. But of course, with a lot of people, it's your poison. Excuse me, I've been standing. Dust down my throat, in my ears, in my eyes, and I've been wearing a mask today as well, but it gets through. It's that fine dust, isn't it? That fine dust of the skin coat. So don't let my videos put anyone coming off here. I mean, put it this way, all of the things that I do know and things that have happened that I know to my friend and so forth, it wouldn't put me off coming here, and it doesn't make me want to move out of here because I know that these cases are far few and in between. So people, when you see these videos of dramatic videos on here and you think, shit, I'm not going to the Philippines, don't let it do that, because the chances of it happening to you is very, very slim. Very slim. Very remote. Very, very remote. Yes, people break up in the Philippines and they do lose property. That is not so remote, but it is still a very, very small minority. It happened to me, but I know many foreigners that it hasn't happened to. It's just part of life. It's part of life. Shit happens sometimes. Unfortunately, it can happen to us in a foreign country, and then of course we tell the story of what happened and we might exaggerate a story, whereas there is truth in the story, but of course that story gets exaggerated. It's like people from China, people from South Korea, people from Japan. When I talk to them about coming to the Philippines, some of my students, oh no, it's dangerous there. Well, who told you that? Well, I read it on a forum, where something bad happened to a South Korean or something bad happened to Chinese or Japanese or anything. And I said, yes, but that's only one story. And that story has probably been exaggerated. In general, this place is a very safe place to come to. Cebu and all them places, all those Palawan, Bohol, Boracay, they are all lovely places to come to. But unfortunately, some people take notice of everything and think it's a bloody dangerous country. It's only dangerous if you're in that fraternity of people. If you're in a government or anything like that, it could be dangerous for you. But we are not in that fraternity. We are just normal foreigners here, expats, and we trying to make a life here. For us, it's not that dangerous if you keep your nose clean. Don't get involved in this, that, and the other things that you shouldn't get involved in your own country as well, not just here. So people, please don't let people's video put you off coming here. It's just, we all like to read drama. We all like to see bad news. It's just the way it is. It's the way it is, unfortunately. That's the way we are wired. We are wired to, buy a newspaper with a shocking headline. It's the same as YouTube. We will click on that video of a shocking headline and a shocking thumbnail. Like I said, I don't do thumbnails. I don't edit my videos, so what you see is what you get. I try and keep things as honest as I can. I try and tell you how it is. But for every bad story that I cover, or every story that is a bit dramatic, there is 1,000 other stories that are not dramatic. But I can't put on videos of me walking my dog and say, I'm walking my dog today, I'm going over here. Who wants to see that? No one wants to see that. So I have to put on videos that people could be interested in. I do a bit of research on some of my videos. I should do research on all of my videos. More research. I do research. I should do more. But that's it, people. Like I said, don't let these bad stories that people put on, me included, stop you coming to the Philippines. It's a beautiful place to retire, and your money stretches. He's my little boy again. Look, he's come out. He knew I was here. You all right, son? Okay, people. No, it's all muddy. I've just been down there. Look at my feet. Look. Thank you, people, for dropping by, and take good care. God bless you all. Bye-bye.